Yo, yo, yo. What is going on? Make sure this camera's set up. Yet another day where Trade of 8 is killing me right now. I mean, they deposited my money freaking Monday, and they had to verify it in my bank account on Tuesday. And now they're telling me I gotta wait 3 days for it to hold, and by then it's gonna be Friday, and then it's gonna be the weekend. And so I was really hoping I was gonna be able to trade today with that live money, but considering we do have news today, not really actually at all, but the 9th, so we got really no news today, really no news Friday. So I was hoping for some movement today. Definitely looking at these external highs up here. Might get swept one more time. Still have my overall bearish bias on the day, but this price action is not looking if we end up coming down here, um, I do think we'll return up here and take these, but for now, honestly, what I'd like to see is come up, take this external high, and then sweep this internal low, and then do whatever we want to do from there. Personally, I think we make our way back down here and end up taking these lows before we eventually return all the way back up to the highest highs that we've had up here. Complete the market maker sell model, sweep all of this liquidity, weekly or monthly imbalance, whatever this is, make our way up. And we might even wick down here and take these lows first. Oh shit, my bad, bro. I was walking through the figuring out the range for today. I think because it's the first trading week of the month, this might all just be considered accumulation to then later manipulate and distribute lower. But that's just because I'm overly bearish on everything right now. So I'm just marking out the range. I got Asian session to midnight. We did end up trading below midnight, starting to push up. That's telling me it might look like a bullish day, but at the same time, take this, find it. London highs. London highs been swept at like 7:50 a.m. So I'm probably not going to keep that up there unless Asia's haven't been swept. I mean ES, not Asia, ES. So let's take this over here. Get our range. The volume on the daily. I'll check that after I check out this range real quick. Man, ES went super low. What's up with that? This NQ's low was at 515. 515. So we got Asia. Asia low takes out by London. London lows down here takes out Asia high. Yes, looks like it's reaching up for these highs right here. That we had the SMT. Yeah, but I think anytime next week. Check out that daily that you were talking about. Oh, you talking about this right here? Volume imbalance? Yeah, come in here. Reach inside that volume imbalance. And that would also, I think this line I have right here. Yeah, it's this line. Filling in that volume imbalance would take out all these equal lows right here that I was watching yesterday. I want to see if we wanted to come down here, maybe take these equal lows out yesterday, but we didn't want to do that, I guess. Definitely just accumulating right now. So while it is a bad thing that Trade-Evade hasn't given me my money yet, I'm thinking next week maybe the big move will accumulate. Whichever way we manipulate, either if it's down here or up here. If we leave these highs right here, I would expect more bullishness if we just come down here. However far we want to go, maybe we want to reach down into here, which would fill in that volume imbalance, but yeah, I'm not a big fan of this range that we're in right now. So I'm not going to be looking at these highs to be swept to take us lower, because while this is internal range liquidity, the internal range liquidity, once we took this out and started pushing lower, I wanted to move from internal to external down here, and we didn't do that. So it looks like it's just straight chop today or this week, unless we push somewhere. Really, I'm probably not going to take a trade unless I see a manipulation move. I mean, I'm looking at this fair value gap, maybe pull down to take us up, but nothing's really been swept for us for me to think that we'll go up. Show your time frames. I really just look at, I'll start at the daily. I was looking at the weekly when we hadn't made that push up this morning, and we were kind of trading down below here, and it looked like we were going to close inside of this. Is this a monthly? What is this? I guess it's a daily. Yeah, so this week we haven't closed. This candle hasn't closed yet, but it looks like on my chart. Yeah, I mean, I go from top-down analysis. I'll check what's going on in the daily. Closed above this fair value gap. We're kind of using it as an inversion, pushing up. So now that I have that on the daily, I still don't have a bullish bias yet, even though we have closed above this fair value gap and are failing to go. We're failing to go lower, but and I'll check out the 4 hour. Really, it all starts with, I see, okay, what's been swept, and from there I look to see if we've created a fair value gap. So like if we had swept these lows or these lows, failed to go lower and started pushing up, I'd want to see a fair value gap created, and then that'd be like where I'm looking at today for when price will return, just like yesterday. We had pushed up, swept all these highs, failed to go higher, started trailing down, displaced down, and I was looking at this 4 hour fair value gap that we'd closed below. Check for OTE right here, and then was using the breaker block. So then I'll have an idea of where I want to start looking to trade, and then from there I'll look for my execution on the 1 minute. And yesterday we didn't get one. Like you can see, my inversion was marked yesterday. Right here, when we traded up into this zone and took out all these equal highs, I wanted to see this fair value gap be disrespected, and then take the trade when we return to it. But then I did end up at the end trying to take a stab short right here. Got in, had my stop up here, then just added an extra contract, and I didn't want to have double the risks, so I foolishly moved my stop down, playing off the dollar amount. And on MNQ, these were equal. I moved it above these highs. On NQ, it didn't get hit, which is frustrating, but I guess I should be marking up my charts on MNQ, not NQ. All the London stuff I just did is not even up here now. Great. Asia, London low. So getting used to that magnet thing. I guess you said use the magnet. But it's not hooking onto the bottom. There we go. Okay, so let's go back to what we're looking at. Let's try and figure out this bias. Got external. I'm not worried about these highs up here, personally. Just clean this chart up a little bit. I really don't need this 4-hour gap either. Just a big range as of now. Yes, also playing inside of this range. This is London. So yeah, I mean, until one of these gets swept, I personally don't want to be taking a trade. I can totally see us just all week. So say market opens up and we just start pushing lower, 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 lower. Yeah, I'm bearish, but until something gets swept, I mean, I'm not really looking to get in on that move, because that could easily just be the manipulation. But yeah, I mean, honestly, we could go either way. I mean, I can name a few things why I think we could go bullish, why I think we would be bearish. So that's a good time to just watch price. Make sure you're reading everything that you can read. A big thing for me is on days like this, I end up like, or I used to, I would try and just test theories. I'd be like, yeah, this is a bad trade, but let me just see if it works. Let me just paper trade and see if it works. And then if it works, I think like I'm a good trader, and if it fails, I'd be like, oh well, you know, I wouldn't have taken that trade with my real money, or on the combine or on the eval. And then when it comes time to trade for the combine or the eval or with your money, I end up taking that trade. So just make sure you're not building bad habits like that, is what I would say. So, all right, so what do we got? We got about 9 minutes till market opens. What are y'all thinking? Bullish, bearish? Let's see what Twitter's thinking. What trades they took. They're massive trades. I always pull up Twitter. Bullish. Yeah, I can see why. I always pull up Twitter right before the market opens, and these people are always taking trades. 8 o'clock, 7:30. Took this on the NQ. I guess his trade was he saw. Yeah, that's something I gotta work on. I had been waiting so long to come into this daily fair value gap right here for us to go lower. And I was like, yeah, we can wake up, we can do whatever. But now that we're staying above it and returning to it and rejecting the new fair value gap that got created, that's where I need to like be like, okay, your bias was wrong, and I need to be able to adjust, because we could totally keep climbing higher. And when we came down here, the sell model had been completed, and I was like, I want to see longs until we got up to here, and then an OTE with a fair value gap after taking all these highs, and I just can't, like, I don't know how to explain it. I hold on to biases until like I just get burned over and over and over. But this week's been pretty good. I've been good about it. I mean, I've had a full bears bias all week, and I've still maintained. Really only had one loss that wasn't even big loss on the day. And it was a winning trade too. It's just that little mistakes, moving my stop over the dollar amount. Which lows are you talking about? You talking about these lows? Or like these lows right here? Are these equal? Higher up here? 178925, 17,89525, 17,893. Yeah, so these are stacked right here. This fair value gap. Or the equal lows a bit higher. Talking about these. They're kind of like this right here. I can kind of see if we manipulate above here, pull back down here, take these equal lows. I mean, that wouldn't all be this week. It might be like a 2 week long thing, but this is one equal low, or this is one low right here, but on the hours. And then I guess that'd be one big daily order block right here. See this wick down here. I don't know. I mean, that's where I'm at right now. Like, I just gotta wait and see what unfolds. And it's probably not gonna be like the first 15 minutes of the market. It's probably gonna be like what happens Thursday and then Friday. And I'll take my trades next week. Game plan for the YouTube channel is gonna be live stream every morning with the account, and then every week upload video. Every week upload a video going over the trades that I took on it, how much I made, what the account's at right now. So I need to delete this one. I hit the start button. I didn't mean to start. But I'm going to be tracking everything in here, put the date, the session, how many points, profit, win or loss, track the win percentage, and then show the account growth. This will be a chart when I actually have the data points on. And so that in a year or something, you know, I can look back and then I can even see the trades that I took and what I was thinking. And it also holds me accountable. Like if you're about to take a trade and you know that you're going to have to like document it and write a whole report on it and go in depth on why you took the trade, it kind of keeps you out of the I forget the word, the impulsive trades, like where you just want to click the button because you're afraid to miss the move. Yeah, I mean, this is dangerous territory to be trading in right here. Because me personally, when I take a trade, I'm looking for like at least like 40 points. And it's not because like I'm greedy and I want a lot of points. It's just that like once you have something like a sweep on liquidity with a fair value gap created, pulled into it, and you have the overall daily buys, like it's reasonable to expect that whatever trade you're going to get into is going to give at least like 40 points. So if my risk is 20, 40 points is 80, 4 to 1. And then hopefully when I get some padding in my account, I'll be able to just take 2 micro contracts and scale out when I get my first take profit and then leave one running. And then just move my stop probably however far we go, I'll just move my stop to where that first take profit was, and whatever happens, happens. It's not really about trying to not have losing trades, it's just minimizing how much I lose on those losing trades and allowing those winners to really expand my account for me. It's weird. It's going to be different territory for me because I'm not used to trading my own money. I've been in the prop firm space for like a year now, only taking trades in a combine or an eval. So we'll see how it goes. I can see this fair value gap getting traded into and pushing us up. 10 seconds. Minute chart. Just see what price wants to do. Because every day I gotta remind myself, what are you doing this for? Doing this streaming to hold myself accountable to good trades. Only want to get in trades when I understand where the draw on liquidity is and where I feel comfortable at getting in at. So if I think draw on liquidity is up here, I want to get in at a discount. So usually I'd want to measure this range and get in at OTE. That's basically how I set up all my trades. Whatever bias I have, what do I think the draw on liquidity is? Where do I think we're going there from? And so it's reasonable to expect that if we just swept some kind of lows and we created a range that we'd pull back into a discount, I get in there, ride it up to the liquidity. And I got my expectations at like right in the middle, right at like 50%. I'm not expecting, or I am expecting chop, and I also am expecting a big move. Like whatever happens, I'm just gonna react to. Like either way, like I'm looking at this fair value gap and I'm watching if ES wants to. It looks like ES doesn't want to trade lower. Oh, but it already did. So ES had taken out that low and NASDAQ didn't. And that happened. No, it didn't happen in 15 minutes. I'm really just seeing nothing, to be honest. I'll leave it at that. Wait for silver bullet? Yeah. So this is what I was looking at right here. I was expecting NQ to come take this low, and ES is looking stronger where it won't take the low inside of a higher time frame PD array, 15-minute fair value gap after taking equal lows. But we haven't taken anything except for Asian lows. I actually do like this trade. Why I like this trade is, so let me just quickly do it. This fair value gap right here, this 15-minute, is a higher time frame PD array with stacked lows right here, these lows. Yeah, if we create a fair value gap and pull back into it, I'll probably go long. I'll probably take the opposite of 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 what you're gonna take if you're gonna go short. So we have sell side liquidity right here with a higher time frame PD array, this fair value gap with an SMT, ES and NQ. NQ took this out, but at the same time, why I'm not so confident about it is because earlier ES had already cleared this out and NQ didn't. So when I see that, like, I'd much rather ES just not have come down here. If we push below this low one more time, make an inversion. I'll be watching that. All right, there was that second push. ES is really strong. Wow. That's why I gotta wait for confirmation. Is your short playing out? Oh my god. Uh, that's a good short right there. .5 of the fair value gap or what? .5 of what? What are you talking about? .5? Oh yeah, that high there. What high are you talking about? On what time frame? 5? I really like this trade right here, that short. I just wish I usually I usually missed it. Like that's what I was trying to look for. I was just looking for it on the bullish side. I don't know what you mean by the the 0.5, but this trade was clean with the Judah at market open. And you take this internal range right here, and then you'd want to target external. So I would even target down here for today, honestly. TP just hit. I would expect us to run all the way down to external, honestly. Right here. That was a perfect trade that you just took. I wasn't thinking about that because we had the same thing yesterday where we pushed above these internal highs and just did not want to go lower. Yeah, well, I just think about it like the fact, like, say we take these external lows, we usually go from external to internal and then from internal to external. So these highs in here are internal and then these are the external. So if you get a sweep like that, like a perfect one like that with an SMT, at least I would put my take profit here. I'm going to try and use this 5-minute inversion, honestly, to try and get in this move. I probably won't get an entry. That's a perfect trade, bro. And these highs right here set that up perfectly for equal highs. Yeah. I don't think we're going to get that entry. Those are the trades right here that I watch it waterfall down, and I think to myself, how could I have gotten in there? And I try and look for this exact thing. Like I drew it down here thinking that was going to be the only thing I can hope for is if we stall out right here before taking these lows, and then maybe they'll give an OTE entry. But if not, you know, a win is a win for you, brother. Proud of you. Happy you got to get some profits in there. Is that the same eval account that you were trading yesterday? I think you took a win yesterday, right? Took a long. Still in, but that's fine, bro. Like, just get a little win today, little win tomorrow, maybe. Set you up good for next week. And then you and me both can run it up next week. I think we're gonna get some good movement. Just keep taking good trades like that, bro. I'm telling you, it's gonna pay off. So this is what I'm looking at right now. I know you're probably tired of me always pulling up this damn Fibonacci. You're like, bro, chill with that. But I've really found that you find the range, like you find the drawn liquidity, you measure the range, they'll give you a discounted price. So I'm gonna use this inversion 5-minute with OTE. Hopefully they'll bless me with a, because I like when we get to lows like this and we stall out. Because I've always held, like I just told you, like if I got in up there, I would be holding all the way down here, and it got to a point where I was just with one contract, like, and I'd have big runners like this, and then I would move my stop like to here, thinking like, okay, if it comes up here, then we're probably just going to keep going up. And I would let it run all the way back. It would return to OTE discounted price, and then finally go take us out here. And watching all the ICTs, like YouTube videos and stuff, like little clips, it would always get to down here, and he'd be like, okay, I want to see big candles push through. And I'd be like, oh, I'm in the trade now, but I should see big candles. And we start trailing up, trailing up. Start praying to the NASDAQ gods they let me take an entry. Please return the discount. Dude, ES has so many equal eyes. Like, this is ridiculous. Whenever ES wants to go up there, it is going to blow through. Like, if ES wants to get like one massive candle, just take out all of this together. I'm expecting. Not today, I don't know when, but... $30-minute? I don't even use 30-minute. What about this gap right here? I'm thinking today's draw on liquidity is just low right here. I'm just thinking about how long it's going to take for us to finally make our way up here and go down. Mine looks like we're already through consequent encroachment. Like up here was... Oh yeah, I guess when the bodies were right here, it was sitting at it. Using it as support and resistance. I'm a big fan of the 50% of order blocks. Like when we get that last up close candle, measure 50% of that. I want to see the body stay below. Yeah, I don't think we're getting in either. All the smart money got in up here. And that trade happens so much. Like I look back every day and I'm like, oh, there was the entry. I guarantee you if I go on Twitter right now, people are already going to be posting about it. Okay, I don't know what that is. Never mind. Might have a market maker buy model. Accumulation. You think this was a sell model right here? And this completed it? Or you think it's completed after this low over here? Think it was these lows or this low? Which ICT membership did you start off with? I started with 2022. I watched all of 2022. I actually watched it twice. And then throughout, while I was watching 2022, it was during 2023. And so he was posting like weekly, he was posting like videos, like clips of him trading. And also, yeah, I was saying I was watching the 2023 stuff where he would go through the Sunday talks, mark out his charts, what he was thinking. And bro, when you watch it, like he'll call it out, like what he thinks his bias was. Because before watching ICT, like I had never seen anybody like literally call where the market's gonna stop and reverse and go to, and then stop from there. And then after watching that, I started doing it like without watching his weekly things. I was doing it myself, and then checking what he did put down. And when it started matching up, and then I started seeing the trades unfold on my own, then I went through and watched. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't really even know what the like all the core content stuff. I watched them. I just didn't watch them in order. Like I'll just randomly go through all the core content. I watch a little here, a little there, until I just watched everything. Like all on my YouTube, all the videos are like the bottom is like just a red line because I've watched all of. I watch a lot of Justin Weirland too. He's really good on YouTube. He's the one who pretty much showed me like market maker models and stuff in depth, and like how he used inversions and stuff. Yeah, that dude's legit. I know he's selling a membership right now, or mentorship, for like $8,000, which is ridiculous. But I mean, he's got good stuff. So, but 8,000 is just literally insane. How long did it take me? I watched it on 2x speed, so I was still in high school when I started watching it. It was like the end of my senior year, and so I had like baseball, and every night coming home from baseball practice at like 7, I would watch it until like 9. So however much I watched, if it was one episode, if it was like 2 or 3, I would watch until like 9. I just did 2 hours like every single day. And then in the summer, it took off. Like I just watched it all. So it probably took me about like 3 months, 4 months. But when you watch it, you're gonna watch it and you're gonna watch all the beginning episodes, and it's gonna sound like a foreign language to you. And then you're gonna have to like, I know my sister started watching it just a little bit, and she doesn't really understand what he's saying. I already had like a little bit of knowledge on what all the vocabulary and stuff. Not about ICT vocabulary, but I understood like candlesticks and different charts and how they all go together and stuff like that. What was crazy about ICT is how he puts in perspective that like the time aspect, like the sessions and stuff and macros and kill zones, was just on a whole nother level that nobody's ever talked about. So I would say go through it watch it all the way through. Start trying to like see it on your own charts and label things out on your own charts. And also while you're watching it, the things you do pick up on, like if you say you do understand fair value gaps and stuff, when he's walking you through something, it's pretty like easy to see what he's saying. But then say like he pulled that chart up for you, or like you pulled that same chart up and no one was walking you through it, you really wouldn't see the things that he's seeing. So like after you watch the video, you're gonna be like, oh, that makes complete sense. And then you pull your own chart up and you kind of have an idea, and you're like, well, why didn't this fair value gap work? Well, I don't really see this. So while you're watching the videos, kind of go through and see, okay, if that makes sense to you, kind of imagine, like pause the video and be like, okay, if he wasn't talking to me and I was just looking at this chart, where would I get confused? And really listen to what he's saying, and then he might answer some of those questions where you're getting confused. Because when I was watching it, I was breaking down everything. Like even sometimes he would like talk about where we are in a fair value gap, and he would go like an hour fair value gap. No, I know what you're saying about when you're trying to concentrate. Dude, when you get to that point where it's just like rambling and you get kind of tired, your mind starts focusing on the fact that you're trying to concentrate. Like you're so tired, you're trying to concentrate so hard that you're not even like it's hard to put it in words, but you're not even like listening to what he's saying. You're so focused on how concentrated you're trying to be. Yeah, he loses a lot of people by rambling. Yeah. Back test and forward. Yeah, just like every day. Dude, I think I've watched them all. Even when I know it's going to be like an accumulation day like this, or just like not really take out anything. Like, what? So it moved from 211 to. So it's been 100 points, which is a lot, but even on days where I'm not expecting much, you just gotta go in and you just gotta read it. And like, I don't even have my account yet. I'm not trading on the funded right now. I'm not trading with live money. And you just gotta go in and try and read it. Even if you're not even paper trading, just mark out what you see what you're seeing. If it works, try and see if it's repeatable. Yeah. That's the thing, dude. Like there's these learned, they're like accumulated skill sets that you need for trading. Um, and like discipline and patience, like those are like the main ones. And so when like people listen to people talking about like, oh yeah, when people talk about trading, and like if they're selling a course, or even if they're just doing an interview, people are like, well, if you can make so much money. Like I was watching one interview with Steven Ducks. He trades stocks, but he was basically saying that like anybody can really do this, but like anybody won't do it. Basically the fact that like someone could give you the strategies, and someone can give you like the frame of it, like how we move from market maker buy models to market maker sell models, and you got to take out liquidity and you got to do all this stuff, and they can lay out that blueprint for you. But that doesn't mean that you're going to make the money, because you could go in and you could be greedy and you could not take profit when it hits your target, or you could be fear of missing out. And like I don't really know how to put it in words. I got so much like I want to say about the mental side of trading, and that's where people just don't want to put in the time. They're like, okay, you're gonna give me this strategy, and all of a sudden I'm about to just start making money every single day. Bruh, no, no, bruh. The good thing about me is like I kind of went into, when I said, okay, I want to learn trading, I went into it expecting that it's probably going to take me 2 or 3 years, maybe even more. Like, and I'm still not there. And even when you do become like super profitable, there's always another level, and there's always another level, and you can always get better. I think of it as a way as like, I don't know if you guys watch like UFC fighters or boxers, like they have their combinations, like they'll hit the jab, left hook, and they'll duck, and they already know when they're gonna throw that left hook, they're gonna duck right after. So it looks like it might give us his entry right here. Um, I don't know. I'll finish what I'm gonna say after this. I'm gonna look at this minute fair value gap right here. I really like this. You got 15-minute inversion, pulling into OTE. ES is really weak though. I mean, really strong. Yeah, you're not taking it? Yeah. I don't like how ES is so strong. With all those highs right there. So like when I already came into this day thinking it's just gonna chop around in this range, and now we do come to this low and we don't take it out, and now we're starting to return up. What fair value got? 30-minute? Did this just start anew? Yeah, so this is a new 15-minute. So now we have an inversion 15 with a new 15, but ES is super weak. Mine disrespected the 15 right here. Oh, on ES? Yeah. Yeah, you always gotta be mindful of ES. That thing will freaking... Should I speed through? Honestly, I think of it this way. Think of it. I wouldn't start the episode and think like, okay, if I don't completely understand what he's saying in this full episode, that I need to keep rewatching it until I fully understand. I think the best thing to do is not speed through it, but just watch, just go through and watch everything that he's talking about, see what he's doing, and throughout the mentorship, he's gonna repeat. Like these concepts they repeat every single day. So you're gonna see one episode where he uses fair value gap, where he talks about whatever he's talking about, and then 3 episodes later you're gonna see it again, and this time you're gonna be like, okay, I remember when he first talked about this, and then he'll add a little bit more information in there, or say something in a different perspective, and now you've heard it again. And maybe 4 or 5 times throughout the mentorship, you're going to start seeing this happen again and again and again. And then at that point, you'll have about, a couple good grasps on some concepts like order blocks, fair value gaps, new day opening gaps, all these things. And that's when you go back, and now you're at about like 50% where you kind of understand. You go back and you watch it again, right? And throughout that, I would say, just like when you finish a 2022 episode, go ahead and just watch a 2023 or whatever he's saying. Even though it's like kind of different, it's all the same realm. It's all smart money concepts. It's all like how the market functions, moving from premium to discount. And so I wouldn't try and make it too complicated. Like I wouldn't overly try and do like too many notes. Like you got to write a book report. What you mean you don't got to do all that? Really, there's also, I know he talks bad about a lot of people online and stuff using his concepts and rebranding them, but they are helpful. Like Justin Weirland, yeah, that's true. You got to find your higher time frame bias. You got to figure out the 3 steps are, and ICT he'll teach you how to do this. The 3 steps before you want to take a trade is you want to figure out what the draw on liquidity is. And if you, yeah, that's what I was about to say. If you can't find the draw on liquidity, then you really don't need to be in the trade. And then you need to find where price is going to go there from. Yeah. No, I'm with you, Grav. In the beginning, it seems overwhelming and overcomplicated and stuff like that, but it just comes down to where's the draw on liquidity, where's it going to go there from, and from there, then you have your execution method. And so, like, I'll just give you an example. Like, say, like, I don't want to do this right now, but at one point, say my draw on liquidity were these equal lows right here. So I think price is going to go to these equal lows. Okay, where is it going to go there from? Well, I think it's going to go there from a discounted price, which ICT talks about as above equilibrium in this 0.62% range called OTE. So then from there, I think we're going to pull into a discounted price. And then all that's left from there is I need to find my execution method. And mine personally is I want to see some kind of SMT with ES and NQ, some kind of fair value gap like this or like this, get disrespected. You treat it as an inversion, return to it, and then take my trade down there and have my stop somewhere. And the reason I didn't want to get in this trade is because, you know, I noticed ES is really bullish. So mark 3 a.m. every day. What is that, London? London kill zone? See 1 hour time frame, you're gonna see daily low. Did that happen today? I don't really use 3 a.m. I just use whatever. Oh. Do you swing trade, Garav, or do you or do you trade like the minute and stuff and scalp? Oh yeah, I earlier right when I started the live stream, I had measured out Asia and London, and was talking about the midnight price and how we traded below it. And so I even said, like, today that would give me a reason to be bullish. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution. But honestly, today, with no news, like, we're just sitting inside of these external and internal, like, oh, 3 a.m. is true daily open. So do I not measure midnight? Or do I not look at midnight? I've never heard of 3 a.m. being the true open. So you're saying if I have a, so do you so then say we do push below 3 a.m. and it's a bullish, you have a bullish bias, like you think the draw on liquidity is up here, we push below 3 a.m. Do you trade London session, or do you trade 8:30, or do you trade like 9:30? Like, where would you take that entry if you think we're bullish? Then you wait for these lows to get taken during New York and then create an SMT with ES. After 10 a.m. I can see that. No, yeah, I never want to get in a trade unless I see some form of manipulation and then ride the distribution up. So I guess if you mark these lows right here, so we look at 3 a.m. right here. We got the true open. We price trades below it. We create that Judah. Then we trade up, and then see, but if I was trading that, like, it's hard, it's difficult, because I would look at that, and if I'm bullish and I see that we traded there, then I would look at these equal lows right here. And then when we pull into this 15-minute, I would probably want to take that trade. But I guess I just got to wait for market to unfold and wait till 10 a.m. like you said. But I can see right here, NQ push lower. Why these lows? Well, no, they're not equal. Oh, these 50 right here? These are all stacked lows for... But I guess on a 5-minute, that doesn't really matter. take this swing low, create an SMT with ES. ES is showing strength. And then from there, okay, that makes sense. So for this range right here, that'd be a premium. Wait, what? Not a range concept? Bro, what? I kind of understand what you're saying. And I don't disagree with any of it. I completely understand what you're saying. I want to make sure that I'm getting everything before I start trying to incorporate these things. See, like, I would want to measure this range right here and look for discounted price to take us up. Because now that you just talked that out, I'm definitely bullish on the day, especially with ES up here. See your notes? How am I supposed to see your notes, bruh? I really like this. TradeZella? I don't... Doesn't TradeZella cost like $80 a month, bro? I don't have TradeZella. TradeZella? I've never even been on that website. Do I have to log in? Oh my god. What link? I don't see your link. I don't know. I don't think links come through the thing. Unless they're on here. Yeah, I don't got the link. Chat filter? I don't know. Oh, I got you. Alright, try it again. I think I just fixed it. I like this if we pull back into this fair value gap right here. But at the same time, we got these equal lows down here. This is just chop. This is exactly what I don't want to get myself into. We got SMTs everywhere. Okay. So on a day like this with no news, This is how people get messed up. And I've done it too many times. I keep switching my bias. I'll see something and I'll switch my bias, and I'll see something and I'll switch my bias. So yesterday, NQ came up and took all of these highs in this fair value gap, pushed lower. ES left these highs. Today we pushed lower. Today, NQ took these highs again where ES didn't, ended up pushing lower. Left these equal lows down here. Failed to take them out, so now ES finally took these highs out, makes an SMT up there. So now my bias is bearish. Pulled into this inversion with this fair value gap in OTE the range, and we're continuing to go lower. So I'm gonna be honest, today is literally just chopping everybody's heads off. Yeah, they took the lows, but now ES just took the highs. So you think we're going lower or higher? I just personally, I can see both happening. Like, there's literally reasons for both to happen. I'd rather just stay out of it. I would not want to be in longs with when the lows look like this. While ES took out these highs and NQ took out these highs. Personally. I get. All right, so should I go in with 400 contracts? I don't know. So is it search and destroy? That's what I'm saying. If they took out the highs, now they're taking the lows. And ES is taking highs when NQ's not. NQ's taking lows when ES isn't. I think that just makes up a sloppy day. And I've traded a lot of sloppy days. Right at equity open. Got my 8:30 equity open. When draw is bullish, you look how they took the lows. Yeah, I know, but I'm also saying, like, when the draw is bearish, they took internal highs right here in a higher time frame PD ray setting up SMT. So then the last, like, stand would be this inversion, this 5-minute inversion with this order block. Because there's no way if we push below this order block right here that I'd be wanting to go long if we got 3 lows down here. ES is really bullish. I'd be if we start reversing right here and create a fair value gap, I'll take that long because that makes sense. I mean, the only thing is, I'm personally, honestly, I don't have that much conviction in it. So I'm actually probably not going to take that trade. Because all we're doing is taking every internal high. We're just taking, going the other way, taking another internal, like take this internal, go lower, take this internal, go higher. Then what? We're going to take this internal, go lower, take this internal, go higher. That's what I think Thursday and Friday is going to look like. And I definitely would not take this if I had my account set up right now. Red folder. What, a Fed person speaking? I would be interested in watching this though. I mean, if we create a fair value gap right here, I'm not going to take the trade, but I'm going to watch. I know my charts are literally messy right now, but there's definitely way more reasons than not to be bullish. Start from daily where we are, measure yesterday's daily wick. I mean, look at the last 3 daily candles. 1, 2, 3. Those are disgusting. Like, I don't even see an entry. Candle wick 50% is a PD array. Subsequent encroachment of it. I don't really see where I would enter in right here if I was looking for, because there's like no fair value gap. I guess it'd be right here. So if I was gonna enter, I'd use this as an inversion lined up with this fair value gap. And that's what I'd be waiting for, I guess. God, ES is so bullish right now, it's ridiculous. Enter after 11. – Mm, that makes sense. It's all about time. So would you say when it pulls into OTE, like if we end up pushing up, not taking the highs, look for OTE of that range? You talking about this push down was OTE? Or this one? How would that be OTE? You can't be talking about this push down, right? There's gonna be next internal range liquidity hunt. Yeah, I trust that. So we just gotta wait for internal range to be created. There's levels to this, bruh. You on a different level. Unless the market just crashes down. Okay, so let me go over this again. All right, just to make sure I'm clear. So you're telling me that at 3 o'clock, this is the opening price for 3 o'clock. Okay. So we got opening price. So the market right here's 3 o'clock. So you're saying we push down this box? Okay. At 3 o'clock, true open. Judas down. Go to 1 hour. Okay, so 3 o'clock. We push down. Make our way up. Come down, take internal range liquidity. This low counts, right? Create an SMT right here. Yesterday we opened up and fucking pushed down. Well, okay, but here's the thing about all this. Look at how we've been trading. Like every single day we go up and then down and then up again and then up and down again. Like this shit is not normal. this this is a brutal range. We took lows yesterday? No. Well, I mean, yeah. We took all these lows. Or this low. We took out all of these stacked lows right here. That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't even want to trade today, because this is all a fucking big ass accumulation for either the manipulation here to go lower or the manipulation here to go higher. What's up, Koguri? It's going good, bro. We're learning. I'm learning some concepts I've never heard of, like 3 a.m. true open. So what happened yesterday after 3 a.m.? Well, it looks like we push up, push down. What are you talking about? Yes, there are two sides. We literally pushed fucking 214. We pushed like 100 something points down and then pushed whatever points up. Didn't take out any of this external range liquidity. Is this the afternoon reversal right here? No, that's 9 a.m. We literally just pushed down, pushed up, and then yesterday you discovered my channel. Did you see my channel on a live or like a YouTube video? Oh, that's all good, bro. You don't even gotta subscribe, man. We're just out here learning. Don't see what each candle did. What happened after 3 a.m.? Okay, 3 a.m. 4 a.m. We fucking take out 3. We take out 3 a.m. and then push lower. Is that is that what you're trying to? Yeah, that's what I try. I try and just. A lot of people are trying to sell stuff and courses and stuff. I started this channel just to document my trading and stick to my rules and stuff. Because I found out that when I trade by myself, like I'll break all the rules. But when I record everything, even if no one's watching, it holds me to a little higher standard to take better trades. Today's drop was part of yesterday's range. See today's 3 a.m. Okay? 3 a.m. Wait, yesterday's range. Today's drop was part of yesterday's range. How? 3 a.m. We pushed lower. Now it's time to go higher. Is that what I'm supposed to be seeing? How we take out true open? I just don't see. Oh, see, this is the perfect entry right here. I would have liked to take that. High, low, higher, high, breaker. This is perfect. I think yesterday was an expansion after they took the lows, right? See, to me, this doesn't even look like, what am I looking at right here? Bro, Kogari, you don't even want to know how many funded accounts I've blown. I've gotten payouts. I think I've 3,000 in payouts, but bro, the whole reason I started this YouTube channel is because I'm about to start this $500 personal money account, because those funded accounts, dude, they are not like, to pass a funded account, you have to trade with like crazy expectations. Like I was trying to pass them in like 2 days, and once you finally get that account, then you think you have to trade that same way. And I traded with Top Step, and they really only let you trade with like, no, yeah, bro, dude, I completely feel you, dude. Just over and over, and it's like mistakes that you know you need to fix, and you're like, okay, that's the last time I'm gonna make that mistake, and then you end up making that mistake again, and it's just repetitiveness. So I would tell you, dude, like, I also had to make this right here sits by my computer every single day before I take a trade, and it basically goes through my checklist. Yeah, like if I don't see anything, it literally says if you see nothing, do not trade. Meaning like if there's really no like even right here, we're going hundreds of points down and whatever. I haven't seen anything that like I have full conviction in yet, so I'm just not taking the trade. If you don't see anything, we don't trade. If you take a loss, you got to stick to the plan. And so the plan is, if you take a loss, if you're going to take another trade, it needs to be half the position size you took, or my my game plan now is I only get one trade every session. So one trade in the morning, one trade in the afternoon. And so if I take a loss in the morning, I gotta stick to the plan. Even if I think that I just became liquidity and it's about to go move without me, I can't jump in, even if it's a great setup. So I gotta stick to that. And then I put, if the trade is not repeatable long term, we're not gonna take it this one time, which I was always like, okay, the real entry's down here, but I missed it, and now we've pushed up here, and yeah, it's like 20 points, but I'm gonna chase it because I know this one time it'll work. I won't do it again. And then it becomes a bad habit. And then I also I have this pyramid right here. And these are all things that have helped me a lot, dude. I have this pyramid, and at the bottom, it has trading good setups as like the lowest rung. So like you can have the best strategy however you trade, and it can work like super well. But that's like the bottom of the barrel of trading. That there's more to it. And then you get to the middle of the pyramid where you're doing a little better, and it's trading good setups and under leveraging. So you're not trading crazy size, getting freaked out with little tick movements. You can be calm, you can be relaxed because you know you're trading good setup and you're under leveraging. And then at the very top, it says good setups, under leveraging, and then only taking one trade per session. So, and then growth, consistency, repeatability. And you just got it. Like the hardest part about trading is not finding strategy. It's just sticking to your rules and not letting any external factors, impact, external or internal. Anything worse, just stick to a model. No, I like the model. I think that, like, I've never heard of 3 a.m. True Open. You ever watch Trader Day? With quarterly theory and stuff like that? No, I'm definitely gonna test it. Like I'm gonna watch it. So okay, my question is, so say on a different day, okay? Look, let me just draw this out here. Actually, so say on a different day, price opens up, and this is 3 a.m. True Open, and price, does what it does whatever, and we trade lower, okay? And then all of a sudden we push like super high. At this point, like, am I waiting for these lows to get taken, this internal low? Or, like, what am I waiting for? Am I waiting for us to pull down and come into some fair value gap or PD array? Or do I just have to play it by ear? Like, if you turn 18 on the 4th of May, I'm 19 right now. It's good that you're getting into this trading stuff early, even though I know it's like, what? Oh, you're the. Never mind. I got you mixed up. There was someone in here asking about which ICT videos to watch. Damn, 4 years is a long time for being 18, for being 17 right now. Or I guess 18, yeah. So did you take that trade, Gaurav? Because I really like that entry right here. I've lost probably half of that, honestly. How are you even getting 20K at 18? Like, waiting on phase 2. I passed my I made the decision that I was gonna chill out with prop firms, and so um literally that day, oh shit, literally that day I had passed my. You didn't take that trade? Oh my god. I had passed my 100K Top Step account, and I was just like, I'm so fed up with paying $150 to activate this and then blowing it. that I just decided I'm not even going to activate it, and I'm just going to start my own personal account. Because when it's my real money, like, I take the trades way more seriously and follow my rules. And I'm just going to try it. I'm going to document it. I get the Trade won't unlock my funds till Monday. So starting Monday, I'm going to have a weekly recap every single week, showing the date, the session, how many points, profit, win or loss, win percentage, and then I'm gonna go over the trades that I took. Yeah. No, dude, yeah, I know how you feel. Like, when you say you can't stick to the plan, I felt the same way. I was like, dude, it gets so deep, bro. Like, literally, I felt like the problem for me was, I want to just go ahead and just like prove everybody who said that trading's not going to work. I wanted to prove them wrong. And so, like, when you're studying trading and watching all the videos and stuff, yeah, doing more is sometimes better. Like, even when you're tired and you still watch the videos and you still take the notes and you still backtest. But in trading, it's almost like less is more. And it was hard for me to, like, it's easy for me to say, like, okay, if I take a loss, just walk away because I know my strategy in the end will be profitable. But bro, like, if I took a loss and I was like, well, other people are gonna be making money today, and I'm gonna be today's like it was almost like if I made money today was like a W day, like I had a good day, and I was getting closer to my goals. But if I lost money, it felt like I was not making any progress towards my goals, and it couldn't be further from the truth, bro. Like, you can take a loss and you can follow all your rules and keep the mental side good, knowing that, like, okay, I took a loss today, but I followed all my rules and this is repeatable. And so that day is more progressive for you than even taking a winning day, but you gambled and you literally completely disregarded all your rules. And literally on my funded accounts, I'd be up like $4,500, and I'd be sitting there like, the way I'm trading, I know that it's so likely that I could have 2 max loss days in a row and just lose the account like that. And that's exactly what happened. Like, I was literally laying in my bed and I was like, tomorrow could be the day, because I know that I'm not following the rules and I just didn't have confidence in myself. And once you prove to yourself just one day, like, yeah, I really wanted to take that trade and I held up and I didn't take it because I didn't have conviction, or there wasn't a discounted price, or it just, your rules weren't like, it didn't meet your requirements and you didn't take the trade, like, you're gonna feel so much better about yourself. Even especially if the trade goes in the opposite direction, but you're still gonna feel good about yourself when it goes in your direction and you missed out on it, but you followed your rules. Like, I swear to God, you will. Like, it'll all start lining up. And that's why you probably hear a lot of traders talk about the mental side of it, and you know it's important, and you're like, how do I get to that point? Dude, it's gonna be the hardest thing to literally just make up in your mind that nothing's gonna change if nothing changes. Like, if you don't set the rules and do it, nothing's gonna change. Like, and I had to pull myself out of it. Like, I had to type out paragraphs and whatever, and literally just like get to the bottom of what was going on. And I'm still learning. Like, I'm still getting there. So, but this stuff right here is like acquired skill sets that you're gaining. When people are like, oh, you think trading is so easy, blah, 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 then why doesn't everybody do it? It's because everybody won't look deep within themselves and really figure out what's going on. And it's hard, dude. Like, it's hard when you see it run 200 points and you're like, oh, I could have entered there and made this much money. But your rules weren't, like, it didn't meet your requirements. So it's not, I mean, I think the hardest part, this is personally me, the hardest part with me was like when I would tell myself, okay, I'm going to stick to these rules, and now I'm really going to change and really focus on the mental side of it. Um, and then the next day I would not do it and I would just blow the account. Um, the problem with me was I was scared that, and I even wrote this out. This is how I know it. Um, that is why trading at 19 is very more harmful than a full brain developed. Yeah, yeah. No matter how grown you think you are, like I don't. What is it? You're not fully grown until you're like 26. Your frontal lobe or something. I don't know, but what I was scared of was, um, say I do follow every rule, and say I do stick to a strategy, and say like my risk management is on point. Um, Deep down, I was thinking, okay, but what if I'm really not the trader that I think I am, and my account slowly dwindles and just breaks even and does whatever, instead of making these profits that I think that I'm going to start making. And so I was worried. I was like, okay, well, what if I actually do take one trade a day? Well, then I'm only making this much a day. And then if I really stick to the strategies and don't reverse my position, then I'll get stopped out there when I could have made money if I had just reversed. And then I started thinking like maybe my strategy isn't that good. And so then I had to really break down, okay, what are these rules? What are they? Um, and just literally I went back to just paper trading. I literally just started paper trading, and I was like, okay, for a week I'm gonna stick to these rules. Um, no matter, even if my account starts going down and down and down and down for a whole week, I'm gonna stick to these rules. And I got good results, and I wasn't thinking about the charts 24/7, and I wasn't like scared to get in a trade, or like had no fear of getting in a trade. Like at some points, dude, as soon as the bell opened, I would just be trying to jump in and stuff. Yeah, that's true. It's just got to be, um, when you see your setup, um, define your risk, understand that I'm okay with losing this much money. Put your stop there, and then if you take partials, set your partials. If you take whatever, I know that if I stick to my rules, I'm just gonna get consistent profitability. Well, then maybe you have to do what I did, and you might literally have to put something in front of you, like right before you're about to take a trade. Just go through and say, is this trade actually repeatable long term, or am I under leveraging? Yeah, that's true. So, Gaurav, do you think that we're gonna push higher now? Like, keep going higher? Like, do you think that we're gonna have a pullback right here after 11? That's what I, dude. You got to understand this. This is why I wanted to. This is why I wanted to make my personal account, because with the prop firms, I kept thinking in my mind like, okay, I have this insane amount of leverage, and yeah, I only trade with candlesticks. I- You know, a lot of do I trade with footprint charts volume? I personally don't. Uh, it's just I know a lot of people claim ICT, and they they claim that nothing else works. I think that a lot of people make money using all those other things. I used to, like, in 2022, but I don't anymore. I've found more success without all that personally. But um your main problem is wanting to hit it big. I literally, in my mind, I'd be like, dude, this next trade that I take could be life-changing money right here. Like if I get in right here with these two contracts on the Nasdaq Mini, like, bro, I want to combo all of that if possible. Well, I personally think then you just start getting confused, and like one thing will tell you one thing and the other thing will tell you something else, and then you just get analysis paralysis, honestly. But if you look at these people who I started going back to like the early days when I first learned about people trading. It was the people trading like the stocks and stuff, and they were talking about, you know, what they started with, and like once you take your small amount of money, you're not going to make a lot in the beginning. But like if you got a good strategy and you understand liquidity and you understand this, and your risk is like 1 to 5, because pretty much it should be. If you're getting good entries like this, like I personally would have taken this entry and rode it up to these highs up here, probably this one, and that would have been like a 4 to 1 or whatever. It'll grow, and then I don't really know how to explain it. Not compounding interest, but basically just like, you know, now your account's worth this much, and now you can like you can add more contracts, like maybe 2 micros now or 3 micros now, and before you know it, you're trading with a mini, and you know, in 1 week when you first started, you're only making like probably $70-$80, and now you're 8 months into it. It's your own money. You're trading with great. You've built up yourself to trade to the rules and like stick to your rules and stuff. You got a great mental side of the game, and now you have enough capital to like, you know, take a trade with a mini with your own money. And it's not a combine. It's not. There's no drawdown rules. There's no whatever. There's no passing combines. My thing was I was sick and tired of passing. Like I think I passed like 20 combines or something, and I was tired of making $6,000 a week, $6,000 a week, $6,000 a week, and then freaking out when I get the funded. And I'm like, I'm taking these great trades consistently. I'm passing these combines consistently, and so I was like, I'm tired of taking these good trades and having nothing to show for it. So I personally think that you should open up a small personal account trading group. Yeah, yeah, like a Discord or something. There was someone else the other day who wanted to start one up. He said like Telegram or something. I don't have either of those, but hop in like a Discord for sure, bro. Go over a little daily bias, what we think's gonna happen for the day, maybe. Hold ourselves accountable. That's what. I mean, and I had started this year. It was oh, you trade Forex? I mean, I had to start my trading journal and literally just go through and document every single trade, because I needed to hold myself accountable and talk about what I was feeling. Even like I had to type when you lose a trade, trading without fear, dealing with FOMO, missing trades, failure. Like I went through and I like talked about everything that I was feeling. And you really just gotta, you can't hide from emotions. You say, okay, why am I feeling this way? Why can I not stick to my rules? And you just gotta go in there and do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a reason why it's so powerful, why it's the biggest part of trading. So why should it be the easiest thing to overcome? You know what I'm saying? You almost have to like grit your way into it. Be like, I'm fed up with the way that I've been. I did the same thing. Like I had to have the same conversation with myself. Like, dude, I literally 2 months ago said that was the last time that I'm gonna take a trade like that, or let that loser run that far. So trading is cool, is because everybody can relate to like the same emotions and the same problems, and also like the same strategies and the same do I trade ICT? Yeah. I just I'm really kind of sad though that my account's still locked, because bruh, I literally put the money into Trade of 8 Monday, and then they had to verify it on Tuesday, and now it's a 3-day holding period. So now I gotta wait Friday and Saturday to be able to trade on Monday. And Monday's the manipulation day, so I probably won't even trade Monday. So it's been, just do it. Yeah. And sometimes, dude, like to stick to your rules, like I know the thing for me was like the one trade was hard for me because I would get stopped out and then think that I was becoming liquidity and immediately just freaking continue like, and we'd continue going down and down and down. And I was like, okay, that was the manipulation. That was the manipulation. And I kept jumping into the trade. And finally, what I had to do was I had to literally sit there and say, okay, I'm not going to trade like this forever, but for today, whatever trade I take will be the only trade I take. And so as soon as I took the trade and if I got stopped out or if I took profit, immediately what I did is I just closed my computer, I went outside and I just played basketball. And and that's not how I'm gonna trade forever. Like it's not gonna be like, okay, one trade and then you gotta close the computer. Like no, but you have to start at the beginning. You gotta put yourself in like the doghouse and work your way out and prove to yourself like. And then after you do those, like it's like an exercise kind of. After you do that, then you're like, wait a minute, I'm starting to see more success than I did when I was just randomly taking whatever trade I wanted to take. What's my usual RR? It's like 1 to 5. Like, so this is a trade that I'd want to take right here when we pulled back into here, this fair value gap. And we haven't gotten up there yet. I probably would have taken out right there. And honestly, my stop would have been, so that would have been a 3 to 1. I usually like 5 to 1, 1 to 5. Because my stop is usually really tight. Asymmetric compounding. I don't really know what asymmetric compounding is, but like my take profit wouldn't have been hit yet. But I didn't even, honestly, it all goes back. Like, bro, look at these candlesticks for the last 3 days. Wick, 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 wick. This is probably going to turn into a big wick. So I'm going to stay around and watch what news does, but I mean, oh shit. Yeah, I'd suggest that you start like something like this. Like this is what I'm going to start on Monday. Um I set up a Google Excel sheet or whatever it's called, and it marks a date, the session, how many points I made, profit loss, win or loss, and then it'll tell you like your win percentage. You click win, loss, or break even, and then the date, and then I'm just gonna track the balance, and then it'll show up the graph on the account balance. And once you start seeing like, oh, dude, like once you really start typing it out, you're like, dude, wait, I just took 6 trades today, or I just took whatever, or my wins are not as big as my losses because like whatever problem you're dealing with, you'll probably see it in there too. And then you mix that with journaling. That's the best model out there. And what's crazy is the fact that before I started live streaming, I don't think there was like I don't even know the number. The days where I would not have a single trade had to have been like in the past 6 months, 7 months. The days where I had 0 trades taken, probably about like 10, probably 10 days. Just because like I literally would not hold myself accountable. Like I would not really think about, okay, what's the draw on liquidity? Where is it going there from? Is this a good am I chasing price? Do I have a fear of missing out? And so I would just, even if you don't want to upload anything or live stream or anything, just like record with OBS and just watch what you're doing. And then say you spiral out of control and you start reversing positions and chasing price and over leveraging, you can go back in that video, even if your voice or face isn't on it, like you'll see like okay, at this point, I started spiraling. And then you start watching it and you're like, dude, what was I thinking? And then it'll be in your mind and you'll remember that the next time you want to. Because I've gotten to the point where I keep clicking the button, I keep getting in and reversing and over leveraging and doing this and doing that. And then the account's blown and then I come back to reality and I'm like, what the? Yeah. Yeah. I agree with that. You're not accepting your losses as part of the model. Your losses can happen due to bad anticipation in real-time markets. I think a lot of people struggle with that. I don't think that you struggle with that because you've been trading for 4 years. But the thing about the bad anticipation in real-time markets, um, there's so many people that can go back like to the day before or whatever and be like, oh, that's what that trade was. But when you're really watching it and you're trying to buy while the candle is selling down, it's a lot different than. Yeah, I mean, even if you take your AAA plus setup, you're gonna take a loss. So I remember when I was having problems with the prop firms and stuff, my problem wasn't that I couldn't accept a loss, it's that I was making my losses so small that that like I wouldn't even consider them a loss. Like I'd be like, okay, I know that if like here's how I'll explain it. Say we take some kind of sell side or something and I'm anticipating a reversal and on the minute chart, say we get down here and for whatever reason, like I'd be like, okay, I know I need to wait for a fair value gap to be created or an inverse or something to tell me. But I would see that candle and I'd be like, okay, well, if I jump the gun now and I put my stop here, it'll be so small. And say it comes and stops me out, I can just re-enter because I know I'm gonna have like a 9 to 1 RR, and it'll all be worth it. And then we push down again. I'm like, okay, that was the last manipulation. Let me jump the gun now and get in. And then I got stopped out again. And it turned out the bias for the day was bearish. And before you know it, you have half your drawdown. And you're like, well, now if I win this trade, I'm just going to be break even. So now I need to jump in with 2 contracts. I'm just being honest. I was almost like insane the way I was just slinging things around. Like, bro. Yeah, it looks like we're reaching for those highs right now. What I would really want to see is price stop right here. I think it's just going to reach up there. Man, I have a locked funded account and I wanted to trade it just for fun. What does a locked funded account mean? No, that's what I'm saying. And suddenly you just risk more. Like, dude, I'd be going into the day like, okay, you don't need to make that much. 1 contract on the funded is just, I mean, it's good money. Like you get a 20-point move, dude. That's $400. And then I sit there and I'm like, this is the best entry ever. This is whatever. This is gonna be the life-changing trade right here. This one trade is gonna make me so much money. It's gonna change my life. And then, dude, it ends up being a loser. And I'm like, bro. Yeah, I feel you, Hugs. My trade of 8 is locked right now. I'm just trying to trade my own money. And they are just holding my money like it's. I've been waiting all week. I just want to grow this. Like the title says, growing a $500 account, and it's said that for the past week because I transferred my money in on Monday, and they They're like, we gotta confirm it, and then it's gotta sit for 3 days, but then you gotta wait Saturday and Sunday. It's bullshit, bro. But I gotta practice patience, I guess. You know? Where's Garav? Garav, what's your predictions right now, my man? Check this video. If you try and send a link, I don't know why. I literally, it just won't let me, uh, it won't let me see any links. Once you get the flow of being patient, not waiting to trade every day. That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, so like I changed the settings already. I don't know why it won't let me see links. Search it on Google. Search what? YouTube? Asymmetric compounding? So is it basically just like if you, when your account starts to grow, you add more risk? Is that what it is, basically? Are you from the US? Yeah. Yeah, I live on the East Coast. The video from Blue Edge Crypto. Yeah. Where you from, my boy? Alaska. This draw up here, definitely Monday's highs. Yeah. Monday's highs. You think Monday? Or Tuesday? Bro, did he say Monday's highs? Rav, bro. You mean Tuesday's highs, right? Estonia? Oh my gosh, I've heard of that place. Blue Edge Forex? Blue Edge Crypto?
This is Adam Winnig, and in this video, I am surely going to blow your mind. I'm going to be talking about a little concept called asymmetric.
Starting balance, 10,000. Probability of winning, 33%. Average risk 1, average reward. I can't hear audio from my computer, but I'll probably watch this after I end the stream. So if you think we're going up there, Garov, then where's the entry since you said you're entering after 11? An OTE or what? Oh shit, look at ES. Bro, we got a crazy SMT right now. ES exploded. Say you risk 1%, 1 RR. Wait. Let's say if you win, you risk 3 to 6%. Oh, shoot. Say you risk 1%. So that's how you grow insanely quick, right? So if you win, like, but I feel like, bro, if I'll have to watch the video. I'm probably gonna sound really ignorant right now, and I'm really bad at math, honestly. But so I really don't even want to say anything because I'm probably gonna sound super dumb. But if you start winning a lot and you keep upping the risk, then once you finally hit that loser, it's just gonna bring you down like a good amount, right? See, like the way I would do it, and I'm not saying anything's wrong because I know nothing about asymmetric compounding, and it's probably a really good concept. But just the way that I wanted to grow my account, no. Yeah, like personally, like it wouldn't if I were to enter here, because I'm playing off of this order block, and I enter here with one contract, and I put my stop here, and price starts moving up, and say it returns to like this fair value gap, I would add in, and then I would move my stop up here. So now my risk is the same, and now I've just added 2 contracts, risking the same amount. Yeah, I do that too. If I take a loser, I drop my position size down half. I'll watch the video when I can hear the audio, but the way I have the stream set up, I can't hear it. All right, Gaurav, final call. So if you think we're just gonna slowly grind up, what I'm gonna end up doing is set an alert right here for this low. Because I'm with you. I think we're gonna go all the way up there, and that's gonna be the daily objective. But I'm gonna set an alert right here for this fair value gap. And then if we return to it, hopefully it'll be in OTE. And I can maybe see if I want to enter up there and take it up in the afternoon session. Because I feel like lunch it'll grind. This is what I'm hoping it'll do. It could totally just shoot up there, but I'm hoping we come up here, stall out a little bit, lunch chops, accumulate, manipulate down here, and then I'll take the trade back up to end the day. So that's what I'm looking at. Probably gonna wrap up the stream right here. Learned a lot of stuff today. A lot of stuff I'm gonna need to look into, like true open and the asymmetric compounding thing. Good movement today. Good call outs, Gaurav. Taught me a little bit of some stuff. And yeah, hopefully, maybe, cross my fingers, have my real account tomorrow, take some actual real trades. But if not, if you guys are gonna keep trading, hope you guys do good. And yeah, appreciate y'all popping out, chilling with me, hanging with me. So I'm gonna close it here, set my alert, and then see what goes on from there. So see y'all boys later.